All right. Hey guys, Brad here at Elliott Wave Made Simple. I want to run my disclaimer here. I think this is a perfect opportunity to teach a little something about Elliott Wave. Really, what the job of an Elliott Wave analyst is to present what they think is most likely out of a field of probabilities. And, if you've been following anybody who has some skills with Elliott Wave, what you notice is, oh man, that target box that was on the chart, the price sure did come up to there and hit it. And then maybe you see an analyst showing you a retrace level and price comes down and gets into that retrace level and reverses. And you start thinking, oh man, so I'm just going to make my trade bigger. I'm going to trade bigger because it's very likely going to happen. That is exactly the moment you're going to get killed, because just like any method, there are no certainties in this game. So, think of it this way. Let's say an Elliott wave guy is measuring, and you really got 3 or 4 different ways that you could measure this, but each one of those measurements has a very different outcome. Okay. And you're trying to create the odds. Well, which one is more likely? So let's say you have 4 different pathways that you choose the one that you think is most likely. Well, it might be most likely to you as the analyst based on where you're taking these measurements from. But if you have 4 different possibilities and one has a 30% chance and then the other 70% is split between the remaining 3, you're presenting the best one, but it still might only be 3 out of 10 chance of happening. So that's one of the things about Elliott Wave that gets a lot of criticism, is that it's so subjective, because it really depends on the analyst and how experienced the analyst is, or how good the analyst is at putting the fib tools where they should be. And then sometimes you have 2 or 3 different ways you can measure the same waveform. Now, the reverse is true as well. There are times using Elliott Wave where I feel extremely confident. And of course, I can be wrong, but over time, that is when I size into my trades. And if you've been inside of the club, the Professor Trades, you've seen me do this. You've been watching me do this. By the way, if you're not in the club inside the Professor Trades, and you're liking these videos, you may want to. Now, if you're not ready to join the club yet, the link is in the description of this video. It's less than $1 a day to be in the club and get all of the great teachings about Fibonacci from Armando, who is not using Elliott Wave, but kind of as a bonus, I'm a member in that club and I'm presenting my Elliott Wave work on most of the, or many of the instruments that Armando is covering. So you're getting kind of a bonus with Elliott Wave. And I am doing a little bit more teaching inside of the club, answering questions, showing more charts throughout the day as things change. So if you're interested, I highly recommend the club. Less than $1 a day. You cannot beat the value anywhere. So anyway, with my disclaimer out of the way, really all you got to know is nothing is certain. Price can do whatever it wants at any time. And we are just using Elliott Wave to try to figure out what is more likely than something else. Okay, so right now what I'm looking for, it's a toss-up. Okay, I do not have a great, strong feeling about what may happen. Either this is 3 up, and anywhere in here is a good place for rejection, and we're going to get a B wave that should come down and hold support, because I still think we need one more high. Even if this craps out here, I think we get a B wave and then come up higher for the C. Or this is already done a wave 4 correction, and we are still in the C wave, and we are now in the 5th wave of C, which projects very nicely actually to 18,796. So as far as parameters go, this is the way. In order to just keep this very simple, we have 3 up, which did get a little extended, I think, for 3. And then now we have a very overlapping. This could very well be an A, B, C for wave 4. It held in the box where you would expect it to hold. It held way above any possible for invalidation. And then now we're moving up. So at this small degree, I cannot really discern what is going on right here. So I'm not going to waste my time or yours. I'm going to stay at this degree of these white labels and these white fibs over here on the left. So if that's the case, there is a very nice target for a C wave at 18,976, which happens to exist inside of a ratio box, which is what I'd want to see for a wave 5. And it's the overall larger structure that has me looking at this as a B wave top. and then a nasty C wave down. But that's because my general overall longer term view is that we've already topped, and that now we're just going to be working in threes a lot, which is very difficult because it's a corrective overlapping kind of a gorpy structure. In any case, so the parameters for me are, and I happen to have one lonely long position still remaining in the Nasdaq. My parameters for my own trade are 18,383. I do not want to see below 18,383. And ideally, this can meander a bit up here after the open, but ideally, this early in the week, this needs to come up. If this is going to play out like really Monday, needs to come out maybe Tuesday. I've got some timing fibs. The thing about a wave 4, these, I don't know if you can see these vertical timing fibs right here. This is really ideal place for wave 4 to bottom, which is part of my calculus to why I'm putting the wave 4 right there. It's a combination of timing and structure. So, but if this wants to come down here, in my view, if it gets below 1838, we are already topped in 3 waves. And in other words, this would be an ABC, and that we've already topped, and we're coming down now for the B wave, which typically gets deeper than what you would look for in a wave 2, which is why I added this 764 fib on there somewhere down in here. So I know this analysis is basically saying it might go up, it might go down. Honestly, I just don't have much of an edge because of the structure right in through here into Friday. Everything was nice earlier in the week. The structure was much easier to track. And then folks get lulled into a feeling of security and surety and certainty. And then the market will remind you that there are no certainties. So anyway, that's what I'm looking at. 1838.3 is my first clue that the top might be in if we get below 18,383. Otherwise, I'll be looking for this to come up into this ratio box early in the week. If my timing is off, usually I end up pushing my labels further out in time. So this is kind of tight. Both of these boxes are kind of tight in time. I do have this fib arc coming through here, which is a time measurement. And you can notice, just for your own entertainment, timing is the most difficult part of any methodology. Even the ones that specialize in time are still very difficult. But you can see how often price has interacted with these various arcs. Look at this. Look at almost every arc that you can see on my chart has price interacting with it. So it is not entirely out of the question that price meanders its way over here early in the week, maybe even sometime, after the open on Monday, and we get a pop-up right into the heart of this box and then reverse. So otherwise, we're just going to come down from here, I think. I mean, of course, this box is what it is. So anywhere inside of this box would be a reasonable ratio for a C wave. If this is going to be shallow and end it right here. I mean, it already touched it, and it could already be over for all I know. So I just don't have an edge. So be warned, be careful. You've got my parameters, and we will see what happens. Okay, I appreciate you guys watching it. If you like these videos and you're getting some value, hit the subscribe button so you'll just be updated whenever I make a video. I'm typically covering Nasdaq, crude oil, silver, gold, GJ, eventually a few other currencies. I got a little bit into platinum and I'm Bitcoin. Anyway, these are the charts I like to do. Listen, if you're also watching this and you're trading on your own, you're trying to do the lone wolf thing, and you're struggling with the psychology, I cannot recommend any more highly The Professor Trades. The Professor Trades. That's the club, less than $1 a day. Come in. We're up over 300 members now. A lot of highly skilled members in there too as well. But Armando is the king of scalping. He's using Fibonacci. He's using candle work. He's using his own experience. He is proving his highly profitable trades, scalping on the short-term time frames over and over again. It's remarkable. So don't be shy. Join the club, less than $1 a day. You're going to get your mindset straightened out. I promise you that. All right. So thanks a lot for watching, and I hope to see you in the club with Armando. All right. Take good care. Don't get killed. Bye-bye.